Good morning and welcome to Cut the Kibble. I'm Paula and this is Miss Bella, my 11-year-old Bichon that I've been cooking for 10 and a half years. She kept on throwing up 4 times a day when we got her at 4 months. I changed kibbles so many times in 2-month period and she was still sick. I took her to a vet and my vet said, Paula, home cook for your dog. She told me she home cooked for her dog. She gave me a book and I've been doing it ever since. I want to share with you how you can home cook for your dog as well. So today I'm going to be doing a turkey recipe. Let's move you over here. And in my fry pan, I have some cold pressed virgin coconut oil that I get at Costco. And the reason I'm putting the oil in here is that turkey is dry, not much fat in it. And actually, I don't even know, this is ground turkey, 15% fat, so that means there is thigh in it. So it's not going to be as dry as just getting turkey breast. If your dog has pancreatitis, you definitely want to use turkey breast, and then you're going to want to boil the meat. I do not do recipes for dogs that have health issues. Bella's 11 years old, and she's very healthy. Actually, I'm quite annoyed. I took her to a new vet because I'm up here at the lake to get her senior blood panel done. And the blood work came back fantastic, and the urine came back kind of suspicious. And after doing the urine twice, her pH was fine. It was 6. There were no crystals, but there were some white blood cells in the urine. The vet wanted me to put her on an antibiotic. She's only been on an antibiotic when she's gotten her teeth cleaned. So I was upset, but she was a holistic vet, and I thought, well, she knows more than I do. So we put her on the amoxicillin, and then I went back to get another urine, and the white blood cells were still there. And her pH was fine at 6, and there were no crystals. So the vet said, stop the antibiotic. She does not have a urine infection. It's just probably a little bacteria in her vulva. So, you gotta trust your own gut. She did not have any symptoms of a UTI. And just because your vet tells you something doesn't mean it's the right thing. So anyway, I'm trying to give her yogurt, and she gets probiotics every day because, antibiotics are not good. All right, so now to this 2 pounds of ground turkey, I'm going to put in garlic. This is a bulb of garlic. And when you buy garlic, you want to make sure that it's dirty on the bottom. That means it's from the US of A. Oh, I didn't mean to block Bella. If it's all white, if this looks all white, see how this is a little brown, and the bottom is white and cut off, the roots are cut off, that means the garlic is from China. You do not want to get that. Aldi, so annoyed at Aldi because they say how everything is organic or whatever, no preservatives or whatever they say. But Aldi sells their garlic from China. I contacted them several times to ask why they do that, and they don't answer me. So you have to read labels on everything. So I have this Xylus garlic press, and I'm going to put in a clove of garlic, press it in. Let me show you. See how it's coming out? All right. And since it's 2 pounds, I'm going to put another clove of garlic. Now, don't stop the channel. Listen to me. You're going to read that garlic is toxic to dogs. Garlic in large quantities, yes, is toxic to dogs. But garlic in small quantities is quite medicinal for dogs. It has antibacterial and antifungal and anti-cancer properties. Coconut oil here has antibacterial and antifungal and anti-inflammatory properties. So, you're going to read a lot of stuff online. You're going to hear your vet say a lot of stuff. If I have to say it once, and I'm going to say it again and again and again, vets do not learn nutrition in vet school. They don't. And the nutrition books that are written in vet school, at like UC Davis, are written by Hill's Science Diet. Think about that. Hill's Science Diet, which is crap. Okay? Dog nutritionalists. I have studied canine nutrition. I took one class in it. Dog nutritionalists are basing their information off of human nutrition. This is all new, okay? But I'm telling you, I've been cooking for 11 years for this little girl, okay? And she is doing fantastic. Her blood work's fantastic. Her poops are fantastic. She doesn't get sick. I had to take her to the vet because she did hurt her leg, but that's not a food-related thing. You buy kibble, that's like feeding your dog McDonald's day in and day out, okay? The dog may live a long life, don't get me wrong, but it's going to be a sick dog. You're going to constantly be taking it to the vet for skin allergies, for gut allergies, whatever, and paying a lot of money. Put your money in the food. When you home cook, you know exactly what's going into your dog's diet. Okay, I'm going to have this continue to cook for a little bit, and then I'll meet you back here in a little bit. Okay, we're back. I just cooked up the turkey, and can you see all that fat? Yes, I did put coconut oil in there, but I didn't put that much coconut oil in. The reason that the turkey had fat was because it was also the thighs, and it's 15% fat, and I don't like to put more than like 10% fat. So I did drain it, and here I have my turkey, okay, and I'm going to put this now in the food processor. Let's put you over here so you can see what's going on. Can you see? Okay, I'm going to put all this in. And there is some fat. Dogs need fat, but they don't need all that fat. And I need to move this around. Again, 2 pounds. This food processor annoys me because it doesn't really have enough wiggle room to put all my food in. All right, so now I need to put my seaweed calcium from Animal Essentials. I've been using Animal Essential products for 11 years. And I'm not going to stop using it because it's the best quality out there. So, and it says 1 teaspoon per pound of protein. So I'm going to put 2 teaspoons in. And then I'm going to add my Cut the Kibble Omega Booster, which is ground flaxseed, ground pumpkin seed, and ground hemp hearts. And I'm putting 2 in because it's 2 pounds of beef. Now I'm going to need to add some water to this. You can see what I'm doing, right? Yeah. Okay. And to that, before I turn it on, I'm going to first give my sous chef here some turkey. You want that, baby? And I'm going to add sardines. You need to get unsalted sardines. Sardines are salty enough because they come from the ocean. So you want it unsalty, okay? And you want it in water, not in oil, not in tomato paste, not in mustard. And I'm going to add 2 sardines. Look how big these sardines are. Can you see that? That's huge. Daddy, I know Miss Bella would love that. So I'm going to break it up because it's so darn big. You want sardines that have skin on and have bones. It's all going to get mixed together. Then I'm going to add my beef liver and beef hearts. You can go to my playlist to get a recipe for that. And I'm going to add some mussels, which are fantastic for joints, joint health, and blueberries for the omegas. Let me just dunk my hands in here to get rid of that fishy smell. Okay, I'm coming back. Now, I'm going to put the food processor on, let it process. All right, so that mixed some, not as much as I wanted it to, because again, this is a 14-cup food processor. I'm going to mix it a little bit more because I need to get that omega booster and calcium totally mixed in. Now, with any luck, I can get all this in here. In here, can you see? I have butternut squash, a half a cup of broccoli, a half a cup of cauliflower, a quarter of a cup of pinto beans. Okay, and I should do it this way so you guys can see it. I'm gonna pour all that in here. Okay, so the starchy vegetables that I have in here are the, oh, 1 second, excuse me guys. Are the butternut squash. I rotate between butternut squash and sweet potato and pumpkin. And today, I'm also adding pinto beans. Pinto beans you can add quinoa, you can add gambanzo beans or lentils. Sometimes I do and sometimes I don't. It's really not moving, folks. Oh, here we go. It's going a little bit. I can add some water. All right, one more thing I'm going to add. I'm going to add some olive oil. Okay, that was one teaspoon of olive oil. Okay. I think this worked. If you saw my other video I did on the pork loin, it didn't work because the pork was just so dense. This looks beautiful. I'm going to do it one more time just for good measure. I can pulse it. Okay, so now, since a lot of you have asked, I'm going to show you how I measure my food out. So bear with me. Okay, so I have a food scale here, this red thing. Can you see it? And, see better. And I'm going to put a paper towel over it so it doesn't get dirty. And it's on 0 now. It's measuring it with the container, the 1 cup, because I need it on 0, right? Because now I'm going to put in a half a cup. I have it on pounds and ounces. And when it goes to 4, she gets 4 ounces twice a day. It's 3.8. Still 3.8. 4.1. Come on. That's good. 4.0. And so what I'm going to do now is I get a plastic sandwich bag. I reuse these. Sometimes I can go 5 times. I wash them after I take her food out. And I'm going to fold it up and take all the air out of it. And I'm going to continue to do this And then once I'm finished, I'll put it on a cookie sheet, lay them all out flat so they're not touching, and I'll put them in the freezer until they get frozen. That's called flash freeze. Quickly put it in. Well, quickly, it takes a few hours. And then what I do is I get all of them, since they're frozen now, and I can put it in a gallon storage bag. They're not going to stick together. If you just dump them in now, they're all going to stick together. That's a mess. And I'll label it. I'll label it turkey. I'll put today's date on it. I may put some of the ingredients in on the card in case I'm using like new ingredients. Like I may put mussels. I've been using mussels now for a while. Just in case if she were to get sick, I could say, oh, well, this is something new that I put in. And it's also a good idea to put in the vegetables, because you want to make sure you rotate your vegetables. You don't always want to do asparagus. You don't always want to do broccoli. This way you rotate. Anyway, it's that easy. You can do this, and your dog can live a long, healthy life. Cooking real human food for your dog is going to improve the dog's immune system. They're not going to get sick. They're not going to get fleas because they're going to fight all that off. So anyway, follow me, ask me questions, ask me videos to do. That's it today from Paula and Cut the Kibble. And, oh, Miss Bella.